Hello everyone. This video is designed to give us a little bit more information about Chapman University and what we plan to experience as a team this year. Obviously, Chapman University is repurposed, redesigned. As a staff, we thought real hard about how we love coming together each month. We love learning from one another. Yet there was this tension and struggle of not having enough time to go deeper in some of the topics. And the other component to that was not having the opportunity to work with people from other departments and grade levels, and not having the opportunity to leverage the collective wisdom within the building. So this concept of creating study groups that meet consistently over this school year was really, really intriguing, and it allows us to really capitalize on the strengths that we all bring, and it also gives us the opportunity to kind of create this new level of collaboration that will lift us all. I love that saying that reads, "Teaching is so difficult; it takes a lifetime to become really good at it." It's so complicated, it's so complex, it's so layered that we need the support from one another to be as effective as possible and to create the most effective learning culture for the students as possible. And this year's theme, this year's work is all about integration of our instructional goals and what that looks like in real time in every single lesson that we do. How do we ensure that students are setting personal goals and monitoring them around their learning? How are we assessing them authentically? And how are we using those assessments as teachers to create these differentiated experiences so we know we're meeting kids right where they are instructionally? So next week we'll begin our first Chapman U session, and to help guide our work, for each of the 5 study groups, I've identified a lead point person that's going to just help make the work a little easier and organize the work, and just your point person as you're thinking about learning throughout the entire year. So Andrea Smith will be leading a group. Patrick's going to be leading a group. Martha Sherpels will be leading a group. Lauren Lacada will be leading a group, and Kara Hessen will be leading a study group. So you'll be hearing from those folks over the next few days as we prepare for our first gathering. A couple challenges that I want to throw out to you as you're thinking about this type of learning. It may be unlike anything else you've experienced in terms of professional learning, but my priorities are this: that we slow down the work so you get an opportunity to really focus in on a concept or a challenge that you're experiencing, that you can connect with others to share some ideas, that you get the opportunity each month to think about, what can I practice this month? And then what can I go back to my group with to share celebrations, or perhaps offer an additional challenge or struggle, but recognize and know that everybody's in the same place. One of the beautiful things about the instructional goals is they matter to everyone in the building, regardless of your title. They're all relevant to the learning and the knowledge that we need to help create for kids. So it's going to be messy, and it's going to be challenging, and it's not all going to be perfect, but you're going to be doing it together. And that's the power, that we're all in it together. So go slow. The first thing that I want study groups to kind of establish are those through line questions. Those questions that are going to be our North Stars throughout this year. The questions help direct our conversations and our work in such a unique way. So these questions, through line questions, carry the momentum throughout the year. So for example, maybe a study group really is interested in knowing how to authentically assess a child's learning over time, not just a snapshot, and what that documentation could look like beyond just a paper and pencil test. Or maybe another group just really wants to think hard and long about this whole notion of leveraging student interest and making that the key function or the key engagement instructional move to ensure that kids are working and interested in the concepts that you're providing, but in a way that really keeps them motivated and engaged. That's a hard concept to think about. How does that happen? How do we leverage interest in a way that is authentic and true to the content we have to teach, yet is very rewarding and motivating for students? Not an easy question to answer, but those through lines, while difficult to establish, once they are established for the team, they'll really help guide and focus your work. I am absolutely so excited to see what's going to happen within these conversations and the level of collaboration and trust that will begin to be created as time goes on. The goal is for each study group to document their learning over time, so that'll help everyone. It's going to be my personal goal to hear about each study group's learning, to hear what they're struggling with, to hear what they're celebrating as we get closer to integrating these instructional goals, habits of thinkers, and thinking routines in a way that feels really integrated and authentic. So there's no script for these for this level of professional development. There's no page 87 you can turn to figure out that what to do. Help your point people, your facilitators in those study groups. Help them by being engaged in the work. Come to each meeting really thinking about something that you want to share. Come to each meeting active. Maybe using technology is something that the study groups will want to use. But when you're there, be present. And if that requires you to shut off your email or, just close your computer or device so it doesn't create maybe a distraction, then do that. Make those decisions so you can really maximize this time that you have with each other. Looking forward to seeing groups in action. And I just know that this is going to be a new level of professional development that is really going to benefit both our adults in the building as well as our students. So can't wait to launch it next Wednesday. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Take care.